Hello everyone and welcome to another AutoCAD video. Today's video is going to be focused on CAD standards and how we can begin to implement certain standard practices within our drawing environment, whether it be from a template or whether it be applying certain standards to existing or incoming designs. So I've got this template file active at the moment within my AutoCAD application, within my AutoCAD program. If we decided that we want to make use of our template files and set a standard based on that template file, this doesn't have to be a template, this can be a drawing file as well, but we can start to use some of the information that is sat inside of this and start to drive any others going forward. So to do this, we can then essentially take any layers and dimension styles and text styles and a few other variations in standards and styles within the drawings and begin to force these or apply these to any other incoming data. And to do this, we can simply go into the application menu from the desired file that we want to use as our base point, as our driver. And then we can go and save this as a drawing standards file within the application menu. So doing a save as drawing standards. We can then give this drawing standard a name if we wanted to, and choose where this is going to be saved to. We can then take the information from the likes of a template file or an existing drawing file and start to push that information through to an existing drawing. Or a drawing that's potentially coming in from a client, and we want to be able to make sure that it's matching our company standards, the standards that we've set as a whole. So to do this, we can go over to the Manage tab within AutoCAD, and we've got a CAD Standards folder, whereby we can choose which association of standards we're wanting to apply inside of this current document. And here I can go and add a standards file to this current document. I'm going to go and grab this AEC millimeters one that I've created previously and say that this is what I want to test my current document against. It's going to tell me when it was last modified, who saved it, and which format it's currently in. And I can then simply either hit OK, or I can check the standards against my current drawing. This is the same as clicking the check button within the CAD Standards panel. So doing this, checking the standards against this, I can see that inside of my current active document, I have a dim style or a dimension style ISO 25, which isn't standard according to my standard template, and therefore I have the option down at the bottom in the second half of the screen, or the second portion of the screen, to choose the dimension style I want to replace this with. So rather than ISO 25, I might be working to ISO 2. And I can get a quick overview of what will be changed as part of this process. So the property values, the unit of measurement, any tolerances, arrow sizes, and the like are all going to be changed from the current value to my standards value. I can then go next and find whatever else is in the list here. I can see the next one is that I do have a standard style in here, also a dim style, but in my standard, a lot of standards in this one, but I've got a standard style or dim style inside of my standards, so I can choose to accept that one going forward. And again, I got confirmation of what will change. So we can essentially go through all of these. In this case, it is a man and machine style. In my existing one, I might want to push this to standard as well, and starting to push all of these into the correct setup. This one's got a few layers inside of it, a title block layer, which I might want to convert to border. I've got a hidden layer, which I might want to go and convert to a different one. In this case, potentially either def points or miscellaneous, probably def points. And again, a few others that I can go through from within this list. So it's just a case of going in and applying against a whole range of these values and being able to add them into the corresponding ones. I've got a line one here. I'll just go and pop this onto the 0 layer so I can worry about this and sort this out later if I'm unsure what is contained within the line layer. Facility, I might go and grab that for either HVAC or any of the other similar types. Hatching is there. doors are there, dimensions are there, and we can essentially just keep going through each of these individual ones and keep rectifying anything that might be required along the way. So I've got windows instead of window, and then a few different line types in here as well. If I wanted to, I could mark this as a problem or ignore this problem basically, and continue from there with any of the other ones from within the list itself. And then once we are happy with all of these changes, we can then begin to move on, and we'll see that all of those those that have been checked have been there, and those that have been ignored are also listed from within. And based on that, we can then go and see that within our layers, we now should have the relevant layers that we've rectified inside of those. So any of the geometry that was on an incorrect layer should now be moved onto a correct layer, and any dimension styles will now be added in here as well. So that's essentially the process that we can go through for all of the data standards, and ensuring that we can take information from a pre-existing document and add this into our setup, basically cleaning up the files, making sure that it meets the standards that we set as a company. That's all I wanted to show for now. So until the next one, bye for now.